Hi everybody, my name is Anna and I'm here to talk about the essential steps that you should be working on right now if you want to get your life together. And this is coming from a person who has both the knowledge in psychology, nutrition and fitness, as well as the personal experience of using these tools to overcome my own struggles, survive, and get my own life together. And my life had been shattered into a million pieces by an autoimmune illness, and doctors thought that I would have a very short life. But here I am, stronger, healthier, and happier than ever. And the only reason that I'm here today is because I found tools in medicine, fitness, nutrition, and mindfulness that saved my life. So I made it my purpose and my work to share this knowledge and use it to help you to overcome your own struggles and your pain and build a stronger, healthier, and happier life for yourself. If you are in a moment where you're feeling like your mind is disorganized, you are with an unhealthy routine, with low energy, feeling lost, you can start implementing these steps right away. So first of all, before we get you started with your own hero's journey, pursuing your health and your happiness, I wanted to share a little bit about my own hero's journey and how it has looked so far. It has been a long one, but I have learned so much and I really wanted to share some of my insights with you. I am 38 years old and I was born in Brazil, as you can hear in my accent, and I moved to Canada for love. Everybody asks me why on earth I would have traded Ipanema and Copacabana Beach for the frozen mountains in Canada. And all I can say is, have you seen my hubby? So I graduated in psychology while in Brazil, and I completed a specialization in clinical psychology and psychosomatics, which is the interaction between our minds and our bodies and vice versa. After finishing my studies in Brazil, I decided to move abroad for the first time, which led me to Italy to course an MBA and learn about business. And that was 2007. I combined my studies in organizational psychology with my new studies in business, and I started doing my path as a project manager for training and development programs all around the world. And I was working with incredible people, Ivy League professionals who focus on growth and prosperity, which was a fantastic environment to be part of. And I did that for over 10 years of my life. So before COVID closed frontiers in February 2020, my regular life was typically to travel the world supporting the growth of people, projects, and places. I lost count of how many cities and countries I visited and how many people I have trained in person and participate in their growth. I feel really blessed by that opportunity. So once I got caught by COVID restrictions here in Canada in 2020, I decided to make the official move to the snow and dedicate myself to what I really loved, which is specializing in supporting people that have been trying to find health, strength, and happiness, but without success. Because I was part of this group of people for the longest and deadliest time. In 2008, when I was in Italy, I got very sick. My personal hero's journey started with a very severe illness that nobody knew what it was. And with years of hospitals all around the world, with doctors predicting that I would have a very short life. All the doctors just said that it was all in my mind, and that it was all anxiety, and that it was all my fault, that I would pass away because I was not able to control my body and my mind. That was the help that I got. Note that I was already a psychologist with a minor in psychosomatics, so I knew very well that there was something else there. It was not just in my head. And at a certain point, a doctor just very calmly told me that I should look for a professional that would prepare myself and my family for my passing, because I was 5'7", 170, and I was weighing 80 pounds, around 35 kilos, 37 kilos. I could not eat nor drink water, and I would throw up 30 to 40 times a day. Despite all this, I decided that that doctor was crazy and that I was going to live. You don't know me like that.
Okay.
So this is when I started my personal quest for answers that meant life or death. So I buried myself into study. I deeply studied physiology, fitness, mindfulness, autoimmune protocols, bodybuilding, DNA-based fitness, everything that could help me to find a clue of what was happening with me. I devoured. And I completed these studies in Brazil, US, Canada, and in different countries of Europe, Africa, and Central America. I went everywhere searching for answers. And that's how I became a certified elite personal trainer and a nutrition coach, and decided to dedicate myself 100% to helping people to fix their lives using fitness, nutrition, and mindfulness as tools for happiness. And after a lot of research, I realized that I had some sort of autoimmune disease affecting me. And I did not know which one it was, but I noticed that all the autoimmune studies were suggesting 3 main preventive actions, which were simple yet required a lot of discipline and self-awareness to be put in place. And they were: 1, eat clean; 2, lift weights; and 3, cut off toxic people from your life. Very simple, very obvious steps, yet extremely difficult to implement in our lives, and we all know that. But that's what I decided to start. And surprisingly enough, I started to get better very, very quickly. And in 2014, I met Darko, my husband, in Brazil, and we fell in love. And I was finally having a normal life again, and we were able to travel the world together. And guess who never got sick during the trips? This girl. But I started gaining a lot of weight during the trips, and I went from 80 pounds, almost dying, to 160 pounds. I doubled my weight in less than 1 year. And I was always tired, always fatigued, always sluggish, and with so much brain fog. So when I went back to Brazil, I decided to see a nutritionist. And when I entered her office, she just looked at me and she said, "Oh wow, your face is so puffy. You have Hashimoto's, right?" And I was in shock. I just fell crying on her floor. It was the first time I was hearing the name of my enemy. In 10 years, it was the first time somebody was naming that illness. It had a name, it had a face, and I could finally fight it back. It was such a relief. And whatever doctors were calling generalized anxiety, it's all in your head, Anna, it was actually a very severe case of hyperthyroidism triggered by Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune disease that attacks the thyroid. And that lasts from 2008 to 2014. During my 20s, which should have been the peak of my life. What happens when you have Hashimoto's is you eat badly and you're constantly under stress, and these negative behaviors cause inflammations in your body in general. But my defense cells, they run to fight the inflammations, but they always get confused, and somehow they end up attacking the inflammation and my thyroid at the same time. After years of autoimmune attacks, my thyroid broke, and the hyperthyroidism became a hypothyroidism that started in 2015. And this is when I started gaining a lot of weight and feeling a lot of fatigue. My nutritionist partner, he was an MD, and requested a test that would measure the thyroid antibodies that is called TPO. And that came extremely high and showed and proved her point that it was Hashimoto's, that it was an autoimmune disease that had been affecting me during all this time. If I can give you any advice in life, check your thyroid. Balance your hormonal axis with a good physician. Eliminate any medical issue that can sabotage your efforts in exercise, eating well, and building a strong mind. Our hormones, they can rise us up, but they can also crush us down. And sometimes your workouts and your nutrition are completely on point. They're great, but you are not achieving your goals because there are physical and chemical issues that need to be treated, and you are not treating them. And now that I was fine, and now what? What should I do? I had just lived all these years of my life so scared of going outside, so scared of eating, scared of drinking water and starting a reaction. So now that everything was fine, now what? So as I said, in July 2014, Darko and I started a long-distance relationship that was 10,000 kilometers away. It was 6,000 miles away. This was between Rio de Janeiro and Calgary, Canada. And us dating at that distance back and forth lasted for 6 years of our lives. But by February 2020, when I came to Canada to visit him after a work trip, COVID hit. So I got caught in Canada and with my husband for the first time for over a year. It was my first time in Canada for over a year, and it was my first time every day with my husband for over a year. Did we survive? Can you hear him? Yes, we survived. I decided that I would take my time in Canada to put together all the learning that allowed me to overcome my own illness, adapt, and become more resilient than ever. And now I use my expertise to create custom plans and programs so I can help people like me to finally achieve their goals. And I mainly work with people who have always struggled to achieve their goals. They have tried many things, they have tried many times, they got disappointed, demotivated. Now they are finally ready to give themselves a new chance to find their superpowers with me and finally build a happy and healthy mind and body. And that's my story, and that's how fitness and nutrition and mindfulness saved my life. And I can't wait to know your story and witness the same transformation happen to you. But whatever your story is, I am sure that these basic steps will help you to improve your health, strength, and happiness. So here are the basic steps that you should be paying attention to and implementing in your daily routine in order to achieve a stronger, healthier, and happier life. They worked for me when I was in terrible shape, and they keep working over and over for me every time the life happens and every time I fall off of the fit wagon and need to get back on track. And I believe we all have a good idea about what the steps are, but still we prefer to procrastinate and look for hacks that end up taking longer to bring us results than if we would simply surrender to life, listen to our bodies, sensations, feelings, and invest in taking care of our fitness, nutrition, and mindfulness. Step number 1, make your physician or your therapist your allies. If you have access to these services, use them. Make sure to eliminate any medical issue from the equation by involving your physician as your ally in the process. Make sure to have your hormones checked and make sure that they are not sabotaging your journey and your effort. Discuss all the negative thoughts with your physician and your therapists and investigate if there is any signs of clinical depression or anxiety. If there is, now you can fight them back with the help of your doctors. And if you do not have access to these services, make sure that you research for community associations, churches, NGOs, or phone helplines that could offer you free counseling in this very important moment. Step number 2, find what moves you. Start taking care of your fitness immediately. Your fitness is not how you look. Your fitness is your ability to keep your body and your brain processes functioning in optimal ways. It is your physical competence. And in order to evaluate your fitness level, you can look at variables such as your breathing capacity, your heart endurance, your ability to store and process energy, your flexibility, your strength, your speed, your balance, your movement coordination. And the more accurate you are and the more agile you are with regarding to those aspects, the better is your fitness. And the most important thing you can do for your fitness is to find what moves you. Find the kind of exercise that makes you happy, excited, and looking forward to your next session. In terms of efficiency, in both building lean mass and shredding fat, I always recommend that you give priority to weightlifting and take advantage of all the positive strength and conditioning and mobility and positive chemical reactions that will come out of that. And they will result in happy neurochemicals invading your brain and balancing your hormonal production. And don't forget to use aerobics and cardio sessions as accessories because they will clear your system. They will expel all the sodium through your sweating. They will expand your lung capacity. They will also expand your heart power. And all these benefits from cardio will result in better circulation, increased respiratory capacity, and more oxygen to your body and to your brain, which will improve your performance throughout the day and your mood. Step number 3, eat what builds you up, not what brings you down. We are really what we eat, and what feeds us really kills us. I am the biggest proof of that. A routine with poor nutrition, drinking very little water, eating lots of sugar and unhealthy oils and unhealthy fats triggered an autoimmune disease that took years of my life and almost killed me many times. And exercising and improving my nutrition were really the key factors that saved my life. And the first changes that I made related to my nutrition that were crucial to stop the autoimmune symptoms and to be able to lose weight and to be able to tone my body were 4 things. I cut off sugar gradually. I cut off wheat flour. I stopped cooking with oil, and I increased my water intake. I really improved my hydration. All these steps, they always work to improve our nutrition greatly. And sugar is a super hooking drug. The calories from sugar only make us happy, but they are completely empty calories that do not satiate our hunger and makes us constantly craving for more. So if you have a sweet tooth like me, it will not be a ride in the park to let sugar go. I solved my problem because I found a brand of whey protein that I love, that tastes delicious. So I use that for everything to replace sugar. So if I want to make my coffee sweet or put some sweetness in my oats or my shakes, I just use the whey, and that does the trick for me. If you believe that you could have any allergy to gluten and you intend to cut it off from your life, please make sure that you discuss it with your physician first, because if you cut gluten now and then later in life you decide to take a test and see if you have any allergy to it, it will be a very complex process. I replaced my wheat flour with rice flour, chickpea flour, oat flour, amaranth. There are many options out there that do a great job of replacing the white flour. So oils are good or not so good fats. Olive oil, flaxseed, avocado, coconut oil are the main ones that I use myself, but I do not cook with them. I do not heat them up. I only use them on top of my meals. The catch with oil is that they are very high in calories, and keep in mind that 1 tablespoon of olive oil has 120 calories. So be mindful of the calories that you are adding to your meals when you are adding oils and sauces on top of it. And in relation to water intake, it is extremely important for keeping your bodies working well, for our mental sharpness, for losing weight, and for gaining lean mass. We all should be having at least 35 milliliters of water per kilo a day. So check your weight, convert it into kilos, and multiply that for 0.035. So you will know the minimum amount of water that you should be taking a day. If you are 70 kilos, calculate 70 times 0.035, which is 2 liters, 450 milliliters a day. Step number 4, be present. Pay attention to life. Live mindfully and be accountable for your choices. One thing that we all do is complain about the results that we did not get from the work that we did not do. Caring for your sleep, finding ways to move more through the day, going outdoors and getting some sun, drinking more water, eating denser foods, keeping a journal, meditating. These are all things that we can start implementing in our days immediately if we are serious about improving our lives as a whole. Supposing that we are not in some depression episode and we don't have even the energy to reason or to move, right? If we are in some depressive episode, then we need first to look for medical support and then get out of the dark hole. And once we are active again and our mind is a little bit clearer again, then we can use that energy and that clarity in order to implement those tools which will support us to stay out of the dark thoughts. If that's not the case, if you are out of any sort of depressive episode, then you must take responsibility and be accountable for doing everything in your power to pursue your best fitness, a balanced nutrition, and a happy mind. It's on you. Nobody's going to do it for you. Is it simple? Yes. Is it easy? Not at all. Why is it so difficult to implement it if I know all that and if I feel and I want it? It is difficult because it requires you to take down a system that has been in place for all your life and replace it with a new one. Rewire neural pathways that have been built and strengthened over the years. And that's why telling people to just be more positive or smile more or to take positive actions in their lives doesn't do much. Look at me. I'm 38 years old. Most of what I am is a bunch of habits that have accumulated in my cells through my life. And these habits are deeply rooted in my mind as they are in my body. My organism built physical pathways that, based on my thoughts and behaviors over the years, have been enforced and enforced and enforced. And the intention of my body when I was doing that was great. To learn from my repeated behaviors, to adapt and save energy with that. But hell is full of good intentions, right? Now these years and years of energy-saving hacks are catching up with me and holding me back from engaging in new positive activities and that demand effort and energy to become a natural part of my day. My body's resisting, my brain's resisting, while my mind, myself, Anna, is making up excuses not to move on without even being aware of why. And that's why we all know that we should eat cleaner, move more, meditate more, and still we don't do it. That's why we all have free information on Google and on YouTube that we could follow, but we don't follow. The solution to improve the situation requires effort and discipline to be implemented. And it requires to fight against our whole selves and our lifelong adjustments and override this computer-like program that has been running our minds and our bodies and build new, healthier pathways from scratch. We will have to push through days when we do not feel motivated at all to achieve that, which, let's be honest, are most of the days. We will need to find healthy mechanisms to cope with anxiety and negative thoughts, but it pays off, and it pays off immediately. That's why it is extremely important to have a support system at home and a coach that really cares about you during this process. Because what is the other option? To stay as it is? To keep pushing through life feeling unhappy, unhealthy, and defeated? Not on my watch. So if you need support to implement these simple but tough changes, book a free discovery call with me and let's get you started in my immersion program where you will learn all the essential education you need to get your life together using fitness, nutrition, and mindfulness as tools. On my one-on-one program, you will learn how and why good nutrition feeds good fitness, which feeds a strong mind, which refeeds good nutrition and an active life, and how working all together, they feed your health and your happiness. And you'll learn that the contrary is also true. You will learn that bad nutrition feeds bad fitness, which feeds a weak mind, which refeeds bad nutrition and a lethargic, negative life. I keep getting messages from people saying things like, I'm feeling really defeated, I don't have time for myself. I don't know where to start. I don't want to ask for help, or I feel really dumb when I ask for help. I get too confused with all this information online. I'm getting tired of trying, but nothing works. I keep sabotaging myself. I'll fail again. I have failed too many times. It's not worth another shot. Nobody likes me. My partner doesn't understand me. I hate my body. I hate myself. I feel I have zero control over my life. My life sucks right now. I don't have anybody to guide me. I don't know what to do. Can you relate to any of this? And these are just quick examples. It gets deeper and deeper as these people connect with me and as they share their struggles. It breaks my heart, and mainly because we all have been in those shoes, myself included, and we all had moments where we had no idea of what to do to feel better and what to do to make things better or how to fix things. People are lost and lonely and sad and unhealthy in so many ways, and they can't find proper guidance or tools to help them. And I went through that. I felt that pain. I tried to find help. I got misled by so many professionals. I decided to take control, study, research, learn, and I had to find the tools to save myself by myself, all while fighting to survive a condition that was killing me, but nobody knew what it was. It took years of my life to overcome, and it left deep scars, but it also taught me precious lessons that I can now use to help others that struggle to find support through their journey as well. I found the knowledge and the tools that I needed to heal in fitness, nutrition, and mindfulness, tools that helped me to stop from feeling sad, lonely, unhealthy, and lost in my struggle. But that required a lot of self-regulation, willpower, and discipline, which was not easy at all to gather, friend. I am aware that most people either don't want to do the work that build her up, or they don't know how to. We all need education, guidance, accountability, partners for transformation journeys, or we feel overwhelmed, scared, discouraged, and we give up. However, most people know it, but do not want to invest in it. And I'm not talking just about the financial investment, I'm actually talking about the emotional investment in discipline, constancy, and perseverance. So most people keep going back to half solutions, getting disappointed and blaming everybody involved in the process without acknowledging that the problem is the fact that they refuse to commit to a serious process. They refuse to commit to a proper transformation process with a mindful and sustainable strategy with a good professional. And instead, most people insist in trying to piece together some quick hacks by themselves that they see on Instagram or YouTube, not knowing which information is accurate, not knowing what's real, what is staged, what is photoshopped, comparing themselves with altered bodies, altered egos, altered personalities, instead of loving themselves for what they are now and thriving for improving every day and using tools from fitness, nutrition, and mindfulness for their own growth. How many times do you see people hiring a personal trainer, paying them a cheap price for 1 hour training, but still expecting the professional to babysit them through the day, coach them through the day, call them in the morning to wake them up, message them to convince them to come and do what they need to do to get their life together? As a trainer, I see that all the time. I have a few clients like that. And unconsciously, people are just trying to transfer to that trainer the responsibility for all that they are missing in life. The trainer becomes a trainer, a friend, a confessor, a therapist, and the scapegoat for all that they are not willing to do. Are you like most of these people? Because if you are, I need to be very clear with you. I am not here to support anybody that keep making excuses for themselves, downplaying their greatness, sabotaging their growth, and undermining their happiness. I refuse to support that. I am here to help to get your life together. And that means lots of love holding your hand while you are learning your way, but also a lot of tough love to keep you from sabotaging yourself and blaming the road for it. And I am sure that you know what I'm talking about, because we all have been there and we all have done that once in our lives. But Anna, how can you help me to get my life together? Do you even have your life together? No, not at all. Actually, very, very far from it. I am not going to sit here and try to pretend that my life is all flowers to you, like most coaches do. On the contrary, I myself, as for today, am restarting my fitness journey after a setback and being as kind and tough on myself as I restart this process as I would be with you, in order to come back to the best mind and the best body shape of my life, or even go beyond that. I will be applying the same essential principles and steps that I will be teaching you in this program. And I am confident that it will work for you as well as it has been working for me again and again. And I say again and again because, of course, it's not my first time falling off of the fit wagon, and mainly considering these last years of restrictions and lockdowns. During some of these lockdowns, I was preparing myself for bodybuilding shows, and I kept it going, and I got jacked and I got cut like a superhero, but I had all the shows canceled from lockdowns. And that happened more than once, which was a lot of frustration and broke me a few times. So I let myself go during these periods. You need to know that weeks without proper workout and without proper nutrition can completely devastate an athletic shape. Your health and mainly your mind, your morale. Your mind goes places. And I am not immune to that at all. I feel the impact, I fall, I feel down, I feel it in the dark, but I know the path to get back. And that gives me so much peace of mind and so much balance in front of this difficult situation. And even when I'm down and I'm doubting myself, I never doubt the process. I have done it before, but I then have pushed through it anyway, and it has always delivered time after time, and the same for my clients, always delivering. So fitness, nutrition, and mindfulness have always picked me up from the floor and always brought me back to an even better place than the one I was before. I'm now equipped with that knowledge and those tools forever, and I can always return to them when I catch myself falling. You know, my husband is a boxing instructor, and he says that having the knowledge and the power to fight gives you extreme confidence, peace, and kindness. Confidence because you know you can fight anybody that may come for you, and peace because you have the knowledge and the power to hurt somebody, yet you choose not to. And kindness because despite of having the power to knock a person down, not only choose not to do so, as you also choose to use your power to uplift them. It should be the same for you within yourself and your life. You should strive for always having the knowledge and the power that allow you to fight back the obstacles of life. And you should equip yourself with enough knowledge and experience that makes you feel confident in front of daily challenges. And despite of having the power to hurt yourself and others, you should choose to be kind, mainly to yourself. Hurting yourself and others come from a place of being afraid and scared. So if you're not in fear anymore because you know you have tools that you trust to deal with your problems, there is no reason for anybody to get hurt. So this confidence, this peace, this kindness, this happiness, this power, this self-esteem, all this can be found in fitness, nutrition, and mindful thinking. Educating myself and implementing these principles have saved my life. And that's why I'm now committed to spreading the word and helping people to learn and implement them too. During my 20s, I was sick for 8 years, extremely sick, weighing 80 pounds, and being carried around by people, having doctors telling me to prepare myself and my family because I would have a very short life. Nobody bet that I would survive. So imagine everybody's reaction when they see me on Instagram with an armored body, with six packs, and lifting almost 300 pounds from the floor just for fun. I love when somebody that knew me when I was sick finds me on social media and sends me a message. It's always great, it's always pure joy, and this belief that the last time they saw me I was dying and I was looking like nothing, and now I'm happy, strong, and probably can kick their butts. And transformation happens when you put together self-love, love for life, love for growth, willpower to get better, and to show yourself and to show the world that you matter, that you deserve to be here, that you deserve to take and occupy your space and be happy. And this is the magic that happens when you take a stand for yourself, when you put together your will to build a better life and the tools of nutrition, fitness, and mindfulness. I would really like for you to have those tools as well, and walk you with soft and tough love through the first 4 weeks of your journey to help you to learn all the information, to implement it in your routine, to hold your hand while you are experimenting, and fine-tune and adapt all the tools to your unique needs, and to help you to make it a sustainable journey. I want to make sure that you understand that this is not a 1 month personal training thing, that this is not a lose 30 pounds in 1 month program, and this is not a get jacked in 28 days program. If that's what you're looking for, this is not a good fit for you. This is a 1 month guided immersion on how to get your life together using fitness, nutrition, and mindfulness, and having a professional with you holding your hand through the struggles of the learning process and giving you customized support for your individual needs and your specific challenges. This program is mainly ideal for beginners that do not have much information about fitness and nutrition, or for anybody that has too much conflicting information in fitness and nutrition, and for everybody that has ever tried it all before, couldn't find the right path, but are ready to give themselves another chance to get it right this time. Most beginners, they feel more comfortable working out from home instead of a gym, so I created the program mainly thinking of them. So it applies for people that have very limited space at home and very limited equipment to work out. So nobody has excuses not to do it. But Anna, if you are not promising me 6 packs in 4 weeks, nor 30 pounds less in 1 month, like everybody else does, then what should I expect as results in the end of your program? Happy you asked, because I want to make sure that you are looking for a sustainable transformation path and not looking for some trend fad diet, nor for some unhealthy weight loss program that will damage your hormonal axis and end up creating even more problems for your life. So by the end of this immersion program in 28 days or 4 weeks or 1 month, this is what you can expect. You have achieved a higher level of awareness about interaction between your mind and your body and how it impacts in your happiness. You will feel confident that you know now all the knowledge and tools from fitness, nutrition, and mindfulness that you can apply right now for a better life right away. You will be engaged in a better, healthier, and happier routine for your body and for your mind. And you will be able to sustain this routine even beyond the program with all the education that you're going to learn there. You will also teach all these principles to all the people around you, so you can get the people that you love to level and connect with you. And you will have identified by the end of the project all the people that support you and that cheer for you. You have created a strong network of accountability, of journey and transformation. You also have identified all the people and situations that trigger you and bring you down, and decided that there's no more place for these people and for the situations in your life. You will feel more energetic and happy as the happy neurochemicals kick in from lifting. And you will also have shredded fat and gain lean muscle from learning how to eat properly and how to lift in a safe and efficient way, even from home, even with limited space, even with limited equipment. You will have created a healthy structure for your day by using your sleep pattern, your work, your fitness, and your nutritional activities as backbone for this structure, while distributing all the other activities around them. You'll have more mental clarity from exercising and eating mindfully because your guts will be absorbing better all the nutrients because of your better eating habits. You'll also have developed better relations with people around you, as you won't feel scared of their judgment anymore and will feel confident in yourself and your power. You will also have enough knowledge in fitness, nutrition, to work out and meet efficiently for your goals, even without me holding your hand after the program. And of course, you will have found somebody that is committed to always telling you things a straightforward way with your best interest at my heart, and that will always be here to support you through your journey. Can you imagine yourself feeling this great and achieving all these amazing results? I can see you enjoying that. How much is worth for your life to stop feeling like you have no idea of what you're doing and where you're going? How much being healthy, strong, and happy is worth to your life? This immersion program will be a one-stop shop where you're gonna find everything that you need to achieve these goals. So book your free call with me and let's build something amazing together over a month of guided transformation. This is your path for a healthier, stronger, and happier life using fitness, nutrition, and mindfulness, and my love, dedication, and knowledge for your immediate personal growth. We will work together and I will get you to the happy place that you want to be and that you deserve to be. I really hope that you give yourself this chance to be happier and that we will talk soon.